So who is ready to talk Nintendo? So what is up, everybody? I am so excited to be doing episode 3. I'm not even going to go by numbers any other time in the future, but I'm having so much fun doing this series. So much love. Here we go. So the DLC rollout was announced today by Nintendo for ARMS. We're going to be getting some free DLC. There's a spectator mode where if you want to hold your own tournaments, people can kind of view in and watch people fight and all that. They also announced a character that will be coming at the end of the month, Maxx Brass. First DLC character, free. It seems like Nintendo is going to take the way of Splatoon with this and basically just trickle in DLC throughout the summer, constantly adding fighters and maybe new arms and things of that nature, new levels, new arenas. I love it. I'm all for it. I loved what they did with Splatoon when they did this. It's kind of cool to think like, hey, you bought the game Friday, tomorrow, and then in a week, 2 weeks, you're going to be getting DLC characters already. It's just going to be a lot of fun. I think this was a great model for Splatoon. It worked very well with the trickle out stuff. It was just nice to know that you own the game, you paid the game, and you just got it. Now, some might argue that, like, hey, you're holding back content, you know. In this game, I would probably say you're right. In Splatoon, it felt like you were kind of learning how things went. You know, because you were learning, you're getting new weapons, you were getting new stages, and it wasn't like it was all just thrown at you at once and like, okay, here you go. It was like slowly trickled out. This, I feel like it might be better if they would have just gave you everything up front, and then if they want to do DLC later, it might be okay. This does feel like it's a holdback to some degree, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to complain about it. Like, what I played of ARMS in the global test punch, I enjoyed. I had a good time. Already have the game pre-ordered. Gonna go pick it up tomorrow at Best Buy, so I'm happy. So as of today, Mighty Gun Volt Burst just hit the eShop on the Switch. I just actually bought it like 2 seconds ago. It has Beck from Mighty Number 9 in it, which is kind of strange, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that character would be done and gone. But the funny thing is like, the creators of, you know, Mighty Gun Volt and all that, and the creators of Mighty Number 9, they all worked on Mega Man. So it's kind of like a little bit of love for Mega Man all over again. And it's kind of cool to see these two worlds kind of collide and kind of work together. I'm interested to play it a little bit and check it out and see exactly how much like Mega Man it is. I am a fan of the Gunvolt series. Like, I had fun playing those games when I bought them on my Wii U and on my 3DS. So I'm really excited to see exactly what this game in particular is. But it's only $9.99 on the eShop. Not bad. Just another game that I add to my collection. This is nuts. It feels like every other week I'm buying like 1 to 2 games on the Switch. It's crazy for people that are going like, there's no games. Man, I'm flooded with games right now. I'm buying games like crazy. I just bought Shantae last week. It's nuts. So, yeah. So this is the big one. So, Monster Hunter Double Cross apparently is not getting translated. Now, yesterday, GameSpot wrote up an article. They also sent a tweet, and their tweet was basically just saying, like, Capcom confirms they're not bringing Switch version of Monster Hunter Double X to the US. Now, the Monster Hunter, the official Monster Hunter Twitter, then quote tweeted and came back and said, just to clarify, our official response is we have not announced any plans to localize Monster Hunter Double X at this time. Now, look, there was rumors a few weeks ago and Capcom denied it. And the rumors were that the sales of Ultra Street Fighter was going to be dependent on whether or not Capcom continued to support the Switch in the future. Immediately, well, not immediately, a few hours later, Capcom debunked those rumors. They said that's not true, it was a mistranslation, that's not what we said. It feels so much like that is true now. It feels like they're just pulling the plug on everything. They're not truly supporting Nintendo or the Switch, at least in the United States. We know that Monster Hunter sells through the roof in Japan, but with the announcement of Monster Hunter Worlds for the PS4, and I believe Xbox One it is coming to, and now this, it just feels like Capcom and Nintendo, for some reason, are going in two separate directions. You also then add on the fact of, like, the Mega Man Legacy 2 collection is not coming to Switch or 3DS. The Disney, whatever, afternoon special, that's not coming to Switch. It just makes me wonder, like, what is going on here? This is not making sense at all in the terms of, like, the resurgence of Mega Man can only be held direct link to Mega Man going in Smash. That basically revitalized everything, I feel, in the Mega Man world. That game's not coming. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. It almost feels like somebody made somebody mad, and they're going in two separate directions now. And I hope that's not the case, because as a Nintendo fan, as a Capcom fan, I really would hate to not be able to get stuff on my Nintendo, products. It just, it's sad, really, when you think about it. Like, you're pulling away. You're not going to translate a game that would sell well. Like, you're telling people, like, hey, Ultra Street Fighter is going to not... You're saying it's not the case. People are saying it is the case. And then you at first announce, like, later that day, after you debunk the rumor that, like, hey, that we're bringing Monster Hunter Double Cross to Switch, but then days later, you're not bringing it to the United States or anywhere else. It's just going to be in Japan only. It's curious. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's a move that, like, when people first saw that Monster Hunter World was going to PS4, everybody was like, well, we got Double Cross, so we're okay. And now you're saying, no, you don't have Double Cross. You're not okay. I just think that Capcom really needs to figure out what they're doing here. I will not buy Mega Man Legacy on PS4. I will not buy the Disney game on anything else, PS4, wherever else. Those games were built on a Nintendo system, and that's where I want to play them at. So I, for one, am not going anyplace else, and that may be stupid on my part, and people might get upset about that and mock me or whatever, but that's just how I feel, and I feel like this just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, this just is no good. So, and this move just enforces my feeling upon that. Like, I really feel like there's something going on that we don't know. Something happened that we don't know, and I don't understand it, and it's just blowing my mind. So that is all. Thank you guys for checking out another episode of Nintendo Talk. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, everything across the board. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, @Nintendo Gurus. Until next time, when we talk some more Nintendo.